Right now, I can catch it, but I don't have to.
No, you can. Just make me host before you leave, just in case anything. Just so I have control just till you get back.
I can catch it, but I don't have to.
Unless Hodges is coming in, I don't know where he's at.
I use it with some on your phone.
Okay, I made you host.
Hello, Mr. Easy.
Are we live?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Not
Okay,
at my
Yes.
computer right this
sit right
second.
here and you can talk to those guys or listen. I'm gonna go and get that ship, okay?
What's up, David?
Sit down in the chair. Sit down over there in the chair.
hey, Dom.
What's up, Dominic? Oh, I don't want to go back to work tomorrow.
No.
I was enjoying these 2 3-day weekends I had this last 2 weeks. I'm letting my time build up too. I actually have enough time to take a week off, so I'm gonna put in for a week off sometime in the next couple of weeks.
I don't blame you.
Nah, give me a time. What I want to do is get a bunch of footage so I can have videos for the times where like, because sometimes you get into those servers and you can't always get a video done because just stuff doesn't work out right, or you might get somebody in there
Yeah.
messing around and it causes problems. And
Easy's asking you to check your messenger, Justin.
all right, give me just a minute and I'll check it. I just came outside between Laura's streaming this one. Take a break for a second.
Hey, hey, Edward, sorry I missed you.
Our family scene.
Oh, wait a minute. You gotta go over that way, see?
Yeah, but.
That's the camera up there.
Yep, it's a Dallas takeover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my floating holidays for the year, which is 25 hours, and then I have I think 14 or 15 hours built up already.
That's cool.
Stay there.
I think I was like an hour and a half short of having a full week's pay. So,
I got Corey. Hey, buddy.
what's up, Corey?
I don't think I've seen him since Christmas. I hope you had a nice Christmas and a good New Year.
He was in he was in the chat in my live stream at the beginning last night.
So I
He
don't
was
think
on.
I've seen him for a while.
Do what?
I don't think I've seen him for a while. Oh,
I think my show went way more than 12 hours though. I just don't know what the exact amount was. I started it at 8 o'clock last night. God, I don't know what time it was it ended this morning. I think it was around 14 hours, but YouTube only saves 12 hours of it, so.
turn your camera on, Justin, so I'm not the only one up here.
I will here in a second. I'm just finishing this up. 'Cause I came out here to between Laura's show. I'm coming back in now.
Yeah, that's what I seen it as, AZ 1156.
Yeah, it was just a few minutes shy, but like I said, they only saved 12 hours, so. Let me see, I gotta get his
Okay, Paul.
chat pulled up.
Paul Hodges will be here shortly.
Yeah, I'll make him host when he gets here.
That's good to hear, Corey. Hey, Filipina.
Hello. Hello.
see here. Check my messenger.
Yeah, Dallas is saying hello to everyone. In a minute. Dominic, come up and join just in a minute so I can allow the dog out.
Here, I'll send you my new email, David. That's the one I don't have anymore.
Oh, they're saying hi to you in the chat, Dallas.
What?
There you go, David. I just sent it to you.
They're saying hi to you in the chat.
No, I don't think that the reason why Tim's channel, I don't think it had anything to do with the 12-hour mark or why it shut off the other day. I think it was probably his inner, I don't know. It was probably something with Zoom. Just happened to kick him out. But I did notice this morning when I came back into Zoom, because it was my account, Tim didn't actually have to give me host abilities back. It asked me up in the top if I wanted to take them back from him.
Well, I need to go a sec, Justin. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, you're good. So I was able to, it just asked me if I wanted to take the reins back without them having to give it to me, which I thought was pretty cool. That way you don't get completely locked out.
Where's Paul hiding?
He went down to fly his ship, so he'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna make you host, Hodges, since you're
Okay.
his co-host officially.
Yeah, well,
You should be host now.
yep, I am.
Dallas said hi to you too.
Hey, Dallas, how you doing, honey?
Good.
Have you got a new name now, named Paul or something?
No.
Oh, 'cause it says on the bottom of the screen there, it said Paul Murray. Didn't look like Murray to me.
Paul's just got a little better looking.
Oh, that's all. Yeah,
What's up, Michael Rennick?
yeah, a couple pounds lighter too, eh, Dave?
Just a bit.
Chuck.
Oh, he's
Hey,
doing.
I'd like to know what wrinkle cream he's using.
Yeah. So Paul's out doing the Whitefish Bay.
Stop chewing.
Oh, I see some stuff's cleared behind you finally, David.
Yeah. Yeah, but that won't be much. Yeah, the house ain't very big, so.
Yeah, it was funny because last night we were looking at air conditioning units for Tim. And Tim was like, he told us how big he thought his house was. And when we converted it, it was like 2,000 square feet. And we're like, no way your house is that big.
Yeah.
So he got that little measuring wheel he has out and got the exact width of and length of the house. It was
Yeah.
only like 850 square feet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's all
Battered.
went before too, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, it's a little it's like a cottage bungalow type, little small apartment type of setup.
Well, that ship's sitting high and dry, like it's not very low in the water.
Looks a bit battered as well.
Yeah. I don't see Paul flying yet, but I went out and gonna go out and with my towel after I had other stuff to do, and go change, put it on manual, change the color on the video and stuff. Like I was out there, got going, I got it. I'll think about frick, it's so goddamn cold. The wind out there, and my fingers started getting numb, so I gave up. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Mr. Hodges.
Hey, what's happening there, Rob?
Paul's back. He's playing with his Barbie.
You're trying to see if I can see Paul flying around.
Doing my t-shirt, you little fucker.
Ooh,
Oh,
All right.
David.
She got my... No, you got my neck. Stop it.
Oh, God, this pub.
We're filming that ship, but right. Folks,
Easy.
you know, yeah, I got some dogs that are getting hungry too here. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Dart says, hey guys, help me out. Go watch and like this. Leave a comment, please. Give me a second there, Curtis. And,
Is that your flight video from earlier, Curtis? Yeah, I got it. I did watch it earlier.
Oh, there's a, the heck is that on the light? Oh, it's a spider web.
oh,
There's a big
Yeah, what?
gigantic spider web on there.
well,
Oh God, Curtis, you're making me dizzy going around this light pole.
Yeah.
Plus, that's giving me PTSD with light poles. It just shows them going around in a circle, circle, circle.
Okay. Yep, I can see Paul flying. All right. Yeah, he's on this side of the chip towards the back, and there he goes to the back. I can see his lights going, the strobe. Yeah.
Hey, Mike Rennick.
There. There you go. I commented for you. Oh man, why did it do that again?
Oh, settle down. I'll feed you in a minute. About 10. I'm hungry. Okay, cool. Okay, that's done there. So let's go to what's Curtis Dart got. Let's open a link in a new tab here. Oh, get the music going.
Pay attention to the light.
Yeah.
Big ol' spider web up there.
Oh,
So it was frozen too.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dallas, do you want to see something scary? Watch this.
Oh,
Crap, he's got the lines all through where he
Yeah, it is.
inlaid it all in, right? So that's
Yes.
kind of cool.
Yeah,
light path.
and I like the outro.
Yeah.
I left a like as well, Curtis.
Yeah, and where he come in with the water landed and that's the end of it. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
I read the word comment.
So now we're gonna
That's what I did.
Oh, you did as well, did you, Justin? I put comment and a couple of thumbs up.
Justin, you know the other month you had a go about this socket being over packed.
Oh, I was just wondering what everything went to. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the back of Mr. Hodges. Look at that
Oh
one.
yeah. Isn't that his USB?
No, on the wall below the Canada flag.
Oh yeah, that's one of those big double ones. Holy crap.
Oh my God, you don't want to see mine in here.
Rob's probably got 14 of them daisy chained together.
I think I've got 4 times 6 daisy chained,
Oh,
and
my-
they're running printers and lasers and tallies and
How are you doing all that?
I was, David, but it was only 30 minutes long, the one you sent me.
what do you mean, David?
Well, each socket you're not supposed to go over 13 amps.
Well, nothing has tripped yet.
That's what I mean. How are you doing it?
I don't know.
He's flying on hope.
Honest to God, you'd be horrified if you came here and seen it.
Like I said, he's flying on hopes and dreams and faith. that socket don't give up.
I just bought ones with
You got surge protectors in them.
Just in
Yeah.
case. Yeah, so that's what's that, 18 sockets running off one outlet?
Crikey. Yeah, could you imagine one surge through that? Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, but at least it's safe.
Yeah.
'Cause that's two computers running off it.
Did they?
4 printers, a fridge.
Alright, hold on.
Yeah.
Did I share the sound? Crap. Hold on.
Sorry, Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
We've got amateurs on this channel.
No easy. I put it all together. It's actually bigger than I thought for the spot where I was going to put it. So, but it is all working. I was able to turn the laser on to the pinpoint, move it all around, home it, everything else. So,
Oh. Bird poop on top of that light.
and I didn't get the enclosure.
Now Curtis just has to figure out how to go forward.
Yeah. That part's kind of cool. That comes in, lands, goes down, and
Mama told me,
know the computer.
"Friends are you don't get you
Yeah,
Now,
but
you can work for the advertising department for DJI in Nevada.
big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other.
I thought I'd get the enclosure easy because I didn't want to blind the dog or the cat or anything like that with it.
I'll just mute that. It's copyrighted.
Okay, where are we? Right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's copyrighted.
Did you see he got nailed twice now, and he got a strike and they shut him down for 2 weeks?
Yeah. And that was for his political channel, and I was like, we were talking about that over on Laura's show. Honestly, he just needs to shut it down because if that channel gets banned, he's not going to be able to do his other channel either. That you get banned from YouTube, period.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to have any other channels.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if both those channels aren't linked to the same email and stuff.
Email account, yeah. Yeah, I've ordered an enclosure. I just no, I've ordered the tumbler, which I haven't arrived yet. I'll sort out an enclosure tomorrow or something. It's been the weekend, I just haven't bothered.
It was
Arco.
Arco Drones. His was it something Gimps political? What's his political
Yeah.
channel name? 3 Gimps or something like that.
Political gimps or something, isn't it?
Oh, he's back already. That was quick.
I don't know if he made it there though, because he left only a couple minutes before that ship started going through on the TV.
Yeah, Paul said he's seen him fly.
But that's the thing too, is if they shut him down on that channel and he goes live on the other channel and they find out, he's done.
Yeah.
So he better, because they even warn you when they block you like that, they'll tell you don't go to other channels because that's circumventing their block.
Yeah.
Like they warn you against that.
Hmm.
And I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube's not using, voice or facial recognition to recognize you on other channels.
Curtis, that was Art Carlson. Art, Well, that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get easy. I was going to get the enclosure, a fan, and that window piping.
Yeah.
Hey,
Stephen?
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'm here by myself. Oh, no, Justin's back.
No, I had to sneeze, so I was like, Ugh.
Oh, here's Trey. All right.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, yeah. Got no picture, no sound. Okay.
I don't like how if everybody from the UK just disappeared. Close the
Yeah,
journey.
Curtis. Of course, eh?
Yeah.
No,
Got that right.
he's got several channels, I think, didn't he?
As far as I know, he only has the two. He's got a political one that he, but that political one's only got like 60 or 70 subscribers. Like it's not worth saving. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
And
there.
it's-
Didn't he have a fishing one or something something else?
not- I have no idea, honestly. Those are the only two I know of.
Hey, Dre, welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Hey,
So what you been up to, Justin? You've been on them almost 48 hours now.
Oh, no, I went to bed and then came back on. Sean and Tim took over the stream last night.
Yeah, I was thinking, you guys
Yeah.
had a stream going last night. You was on almost 24 hours the night before, and you're on today.
And Tim was trying to jump ship and go to his channel last night. I said, "Oh, buddy, I said I ran your show for 8 hours while you were sleeping the other morning.
Yeah.
Said, I ain't losing that watch time. You better stay on there."
I'm lucky if I last a couple hours. Holy shit.
Yeah. Where's David hiding at?
I don't know. Him and Rob
I
both.
think back down there someplace. Paul just
Oh,
got
okay.
doing a shift, but he's not, hasn't sat down yet.
Mhm.
And then this morning, man, those shorts went wild this morning, Dre. I posted, hold on, let me mute this real quick. I posted like 6 shorts this morning.
Okay.
And probably got, say about 4,000 views within like 30 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I actually gained, what was it? 5 or 6 subscribers this morning too. Doing pretty
Okay.
good. I went from 115
Well, what was the
this morning
subject
to-
matter? Is it all about
you
GTA?
Yeah, it was just all short clips of my videos.
Good evening, Dre.
Okay, that's-
I went from 115 to 124 subs this morning. And it was right after I posted all those shorts, I started getting all these subs. Did he
Was
freeze?
that-
Oh,
Was that me or the whole channel froze?
no, that was just you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I switched cameras and everything. Thought something happened.
Hello, Dre.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
I just got back from doing a ship the guys were covering for me.
Well, okay.
Did you make it
Right.
in time?
Yeah, I got down there just as it was making the bend at Pine Grove Park. And so I flew it from the north side of the bridge and went down and caught it and came back.
Okay, I'm gonna make you back the host again, Paul.
Okay.
So, Dre, that was kind of cool last night on Adrian's channel with Nick Moss on there.
Yeah, like I said, I had some family coming in from Texas, and they were out here in California, and they were supposed to be at my house about 2 hours earlier, so I wouldn't have had to miss the stream. But they showed up right when the stream started, so I had to. Adrian's last minute, I had to bow out. So I appreciate Ron filling in and Maddie filling in. And I'm glad Doc Murdoch came back from the week before and to be there with Vic, because I said between both of them, I don't think there's a question you could have asked you would have missed.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Listening to a lot of stuff. I know it don't apply to me here in Canada, but
Yeah,
Yeah, it might soon enough.
yeah.
yeah.
But it's funny because the newest thing from Department of Transport, which looks after all that stuff here in Canada,
Mhm.
with a new report yesterday or day before, and there was very, very little anything. Couple words mentioned on drones, and that was it.
Yeah.
Before, there's been a lot of stuff their changers are going to do, and they did, and stuff like that. But this last report just came out 2 days ago, and that publication only comes out once a year, you know? So keep fingers crossed.
Yeah, like I say, it's like almost like a wait and see type of thing, you know. When the FAA does something, everybody kind of takes a step back and see how it
Yeah.
unfolds, and then they'll be able to do what they want to do in their country and stuff. So we'll see how it all fares out, I guess. But I was
Yeah.
just, like I said, I definitely, you know, like I said, I talked to Vic early in the week and I told him how much I wanted him to be on the show. And just like I had Doc Murdoch come on the show the week before, because I said, you know, 2023 is going to be a big year for changes in the drone industry, as far as how we're going to be able to fly, some other regulations. And that's why I think it was Mark Fisher put out a little impromptu. It wasn't actually a real poll or anything, but he was just stating that, you know, what would you like to see come out? And I told him I'd like to see nothing come out, to tell you the truth. I think I hope 2023 is a year that everybody gets a chance to really learn the new rules and regulations and learn to fly what they already have.
Yeah.
Wayne B said, "You damn Yanks, stay off our property."
Mm.
Oh, you're gonna be enjoying them rules soon enough, Wayne.
Yeah. So
Hey,
yeah,
Paul,
that's what I was hoping for. That maybe
hey, Paul, look, Filipinos in the chat.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
that's-
Filipina. I talked to her today. She said she might pop in.
All right.
yeah,
Nice to see her. Wow.
she's been picking the pace up lately. I know she had taken some time off before Christmas, posting a lot, but now in the last week or so, she's been busy.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
she popped into Tim's chat the other night too.
oh, okay.
I've seen her starting to pop back into chats all over.
Yeah. So I guess I hope 2023 is a year that everybody just basically takes a deep breath and just learn a lot this year. You know, Hey Rob, what's going on, partner?
Dre, how you doing, mate?
Doing all right.
Massa Rob.
Yeah.
Filipinas back?
Yeah.
Filipina's in the chat. Yep, she promised she was gonna drop in tonight. and She did not renege.
It was 12 hours, Curtis. What was it? 200 or 300 views? I can't remember. Hold on, I gotta look.
And everybody, if you want, go over and check out Filipina's channel. She's got a nice little channel she does, and she does fly a drone.
Well, other than her YouTube channel, you need to get on her TikTok.
Yeah.
78.
Does she do a lot more on TikTok?
Oh yeah, she sings up a storm on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't go over and flip flop.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's okay. I don't either. So
Is it the same name on TikTok?
It's Filipina 5 something like. Let me see, make sure it's.
Filipina, put in your TikTok name.
yeah, put in all your little links in the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your Instagram and other things if you got it.
Rob loves TikTok.
I don't mind a bit of TikTok.
Tim does. He sends me like 14 TikToks every day.
Yeah, it's Filipina 5783.
Filipina
Filipina.
5873.
No, Filipina 5783.
yeah, I still hate you.
That's her TikTok.
Mm.
That's her singing right now.
What's up, JD?
Yep, they do singing on there and everything.
Well, I've come to learn
Yes.
watching her channel. One of her friends called Chatterbox Mumsy and another
Mumsy,
girl
oh
named-
yeah, Mumsy.
Yeah,
She and
and-
Mumsy are there.
yeah, and they got another friend, Martina. They karaoke is like their pastime.
Yep.
They will be on like a 12-hour stream just singing karaoke.
And you got to remember, she's over in the UK, so it's 5 hours different. So
How about
right
Yeah.
now here it's 5:22. It's 12:22 there.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
Yes.
Hey,
It's-
JD.
it's 10:22 there.
Hey, there's a man with experience. Hey, JD.
AD.
Are you on Instagram or anything, Filipina?
Yeah, she is. I gave you the, yeah, there she's put it in. Filipina 5783.
Yeah.
It's in the chat, Rob.
Filipina, you're welcome to join the panel, even if you don't want to turn the camera on. You can just tell us a little bit about what you've been up to, and then you don't have to stay long, but you introduce yourself to a lot of people, and it probably would help you.
Well,
Oh, when you froze up, Dre, I was saying I went from 115 to 124 subscribers this morning. And it was right after I posted those shorts.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been going back and forth between 870 and 865. I'll gain a few, lose a few, gain a few, lose a few. Been stuck right there for the last 2 weeks.
My ultimate goal is just to pass Matt again. That's it. I just want to pass Matt back up.
A little bit of competition going there.
Well, he's gonna be mad when I pass him up.
Well, you know, then we can all make him recant his little map bump song.
Hello, David.
We can always say, "Oh, whose channel's pathetic now?"
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know how he gives Ron crap about the X3 all the time?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was telling him last night his S20 wasn't working. I said, well, I have the S22. So I've been giving him crap about his phone now.
Mhm.
I was like, you wouldn't have that problem. You had the 22.
You know.
Oh, okay, Filipina. Filipina's at work. She can't join us, but
Oh,
another
okay.
time, maybe.
oh, she's at work. Okay.
Her real name is Lila,
Mhm.
but Filipina is what she goes by because she has roots back in the Philippines.
Yeah.
What a great gal she is. JD says his lawyer is ever present, Justin.
Let's watch the Matt slaughtering
Can afford a lawyer.
or slandering.
Don't worry, Justin. He couldn't afford a lawyer.
Oh, that's all that YouTube money. Matt's just rolling in that YouTube money.
You can't afford a workbench, remember?
Oh yeah, JD can't. Yeah.
Davey, a little chilly over there this evening.
Yeah.
That's why we're talking about these other ladies. I know Mumsy always talks about how I guess they still have a heating shortage over there or something. Over there, David, because they all live in the UK. And they're talking about how they either the heat's not on or they had to turn down their thermostats to help the national cause or whatever.
Yeah, the electric companies keep putting up the prices, so
Right.
everyone's hitting back by turning off the heat, and it's like, no, you can't charge us for anything. Shut off.
But even Laura and David got to the point where it got so cold in their house, they had no choice but to turn it on. Remember
Yeah.
like a few weeks ago? You guys gave up. You guys were like, I can't do it no more.
Only had it on for one night.
That's what I say about utilities. It's just
Here's Ron.
hey Ron. Hey Ron, I just want to say thanks for last night filling in for me.
Hey, Ron.
What's up? Hey guys, Rob.
Oh, Ron was bouncing around quite a bit last night.
Yeah, I was hanging out with Adrian a little bit, Justin a little bit, Paul a little bit.
Yeah.
Felt dirty.
Yeah.
Well, I know that it's greatly appreciated. Anytime somebody comes into your channel, even though they may not come right out and say it, but it's greatly appreciated because I know for a fact, and I would imagine some of you do too, sitting here and staring at yourself on the computer and talking to yourself gets old real
What?
fast.
Hold on. Don't let JD think that I thank him for coming on my channel, okay?
Oh, you do.
I don't want that to get out now.
There's Dallas.
What's up, Dallas?
That Vic Moss is pretty interesting guy.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, he
Pretty
has
knowledgeable.
he has the inside track. He sits on a couple of FAA advisory boards. So when he talks about stuff, he's got it straight from the horse's mouth. It's not third party information he got from somewhere else. He's got it straight from the people who make the decisions.
Can advise the FAA to piss off. Just saying.
Yeah, I feel like this, Justin. I've watched some of those boards when they do their little Zoom call. It's like almost close to 50 people per board, dude. It's crazy. And some of them folks don't have no idea about what FPV is, regular GPS drone is, or anything else. They're just, like I said, they're hired individuals within the government, basically called bureaucrats, who sit on these advisory boards to help, call themselves helping out making decisions.
I noticed he was a little careful in some of his words.
Yeah, I mean, he has no choice because he can't really speak on behalf of the agency
Yeah.
overall, so yeah, he has to dial it back a little bit so he doesn't find himself.
Yeah, you said there are a couple things I know, but I can't divulge who, and
Right. Yeah.
Hope you've had a good
But-
Sunday.
You too.
Hey, Robert. Ron, quickly, JD and Filipina is saying hi to you.
I'm just in the process of writing them all back.
What's
sorry.
up, Robert?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Hey.
listened
Yeah.
in a little bit last night when I was over my parents' house. I guess at the time he was talking about him and his buddy Kenji was more than happy to help people get their FPV waiver, visual line of sight waiver. So I thought that was really cool for him to offer that to other people. I think people should definitely take him up on that if they're any closer trying to stay within the guidelines. I know a lot of FPV people are kind of like, no, I'm never going to register. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that. And so,
Well, I'm
No.
saying like, this is a thing too, is the whole point of an advisory is somebody that's should be knowledgeable in like FPV and like you're saying, right? Like, if I
Well,
was gonna need somebody to advise me on commercial work, I'm gonna go to you, not,
Mhm.
somebody else that's in the community that's just a recreational pilot and say, all right, I need you on my advisory board. That doesn't
Well,
help. me.
like I say, when you have large agencies, you kind of fill those seats. Basically, one half is going to be on this side of the fence, the other half is going to be the other side of the fence. So basically, you have competing opinions all the time. One that's going to protect the government's interests, the other one's going to protect the user's interests.
Right,
So that's why I say you come to a consensus of what best works overall. And anytime you have, I mean, even like I told people when I ran for political office and they talk about who'd you pick on your staff, I told them I pick this person. But I told them I would always keep one person who I obviously know is 180 degrees different than me. You always want that dissenting person. And two things I would say you do that for. One, you need to hear other opinions. Because if everybody's always agreeing what you say and what you think, you don't need them. Okay, so you need someone who's going to have a difference of opinion than your own. Two, it will make you a better leader because now to get that person to see or get on your side on that bandwagon, you have to be more of a negotiator, a convincer, or someone who can, make you reach out to across the table. So basically, like I always tell people, anytime you come to a conclusion, if you take yourself out of the formula, 9 times out of 10 is going to be a good conclusion. Nothing that benefits you directly.
so you're saying I should get rid of Tim because he's a bit of a yes man.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely. Definitely. That's 100% sure for
Are
me.
you in California then, Drake?
Yes, I am.
I got a job coming up shortly in Pasadena.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes to an hour from me.
Okay.
Yeah. What you got going on?
I'll hit you up private for it.
Oh, okay,
Just letting you know.
all
It's
right,
a commercial flying job. I got a couple of boys out there for the week. I am.
okay. And just like I said, I had a guy that was gonna hire me as a VO on a project here locally where I live. Didn't pan out. He ended up doing it on a different day, and he had his regular VO with him. But there are certain jobs I wouldn't mind going on just for the experience factor. And that's why I tell a lot of these folks, I said, sometimes it's not always about the money, but if you get some experience. And I asked the guy when he offered it to me, I said, do you mind if I film what we're doing, so I can put it on YouTube to explain to people what a visual observer is supposed to be doing? There's so many different definitions or conceptions of what people think a visual observer it does or what he doesn't do, where he's supposed to be. And I too, a lot of times, people go to YouTube and other locations online to get their information, and sometimes it's just not out there, and it's not, and many times it's not accurate. So when somebody puts something out there that's inaccurate, it hurts us all. Especially when we talk about visual observers. There are some explicit language that dictates what a visual observer is supposed to do, where he's supposed to be located at, and what his actual job description is on a shoot.
No, let me ask you something, Trey. Does the FAA actually have any, have they gone out and got professional commercial FPV pilots and GPS pilots and brought them to these boards and said, what do you guys think?
Well,
They got
like I
their
say,
opinion on it, or?
Victor Moss' partner or running buddy, Kenji, you might have mentioned that name. Kenji is a FPV pilot by trade. He was one of the first people to get that waiver to fly visual line of sight. Doesn't need a VO, visual line of sight. He's one of the first ones to get that waiver. And I guess Kenji must live in Oregon, because I believe they had a waiver also approved to be able to fly in the well, I don't know if it's national forest or whatever in the state of Oregon for FPV flight.
Huh.
So yeah, there are people that are on the boards. I think there needs to be a few more. I think there's more bureaucrats representing manufacturers, representing other entities, the UPS, the Drone Up, all the other different groups that are on the board advocating for what their activities are, which is basically delivery services. And that's what I'm saying, that you'll have these boards, but there'll be so many people on these boards with all their different agendas, and so to speak. That's why I say you have to be able to come to some kind of consensus of what we're going to do and what we're not going to do in the future. Like I said, they post their stuff on YouTube every once in a while. And it's like you click into it, dude. It's like 50 people. And the ones from the FAA are sitting there scratching their butts half the time and not even paying attention. While everybody else is discussing this and discussing that. I remember one time, Justin, was so stupid. They did a whole hour and a half meeting on YouTube, a Zoom meeting, talking about pronouns.
Oh, I remember that.
In the FAA, language book or whatever, talking about the he's, the hers, and its and whys. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
This is
ridiculous.
what you guys. Yeah, and I'm like, you guys couldn't have found something better to discuss than this,
I sent you a message in the private chat, Ray.
Okay, thank you. And stuff. So yeah, it's okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, if you need any, like I say, you need
I'll
some
speak to you about it
observers.
privately sometime.
Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to just to be on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, Justin. It's just I wish there'd be more just everyday people like us who are able to get on these advisory boards and be able to express or at least advocate for what we're looking for out there instead of these other people.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I just
Yeah.
think there needs to be more everyday.
Yeah.
Even recreational people, that are just recreational, give their viewpoint. on it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because some people just don't want to be professional. They just enjoy flying recreational.
Right, and I get that. And that's why I say, I don't, I advise folks, no matter what you do, I mean, I advise folks, get a 107. You don't have to do commercial work, but having that status can help you even doing your recreational flying down the road. And my thing is, in case you engage someone, you engage local authorities, you engage some other citizen or whatever,
Yeah.
having additional credentials just
Yeah.
puts you above board.
You know, we
Yeah.
were talking about this last night too, and you being an ex-cop, you would know.
Mhm.
Now, if I'm under the understanding, local law enforcement isn't supposed to enforce federal laws, right? Correct?
No, they can. There's always a agreement. We call locally we call a mutual aid agreement, which is basically comes into effect in case you have a large incident or emergency situation. Well, on normal cases, what local authorities would do if they come across some type of activity that is on the federal level, they will reach out to the FBI or whoever else they need to contact, ATF. Just like anytime you have somebody who has gun situations, local guys, these ghost guns is a big issue. Okay, anytime local enforcement gets involved, they raid a house. They're making 3D printers, making ghost gun parts for these 3D printers. They call the ATF right away.
Right.
It's a local crime situation, but because it involves firearms, ATF is called just like that. They're added to the investigation. And if the same thing with drugs, if it's a drug situation, DEA is called right away to
Bring
be
me one.
involved and go from there.
Bring me
So
one.
yeah, it's not so much they enforce federal law, but they will be in contact with those agencies, because see, those agencies are the federal government's enforcement side of the fence. The FAA doesn't have at this point an enforcement branch. So when things happen with the regardless if it's manned aircraft or whatever, anytime there's a crash or whatever, you never hear about the FAA responding. It's the
In TSB.
NTSB.
Yeah.
That's the investigative branch of the FAA, or for anybody doing anything with an aerial type situation. They do the investigating. So it's going to be interesting as we get into remote ID, what's going to be the agreement or what's going to be attached to all your local agencies and what their role is as far as the enforcement with remote ID.
Right. So, I mean, I would assume the FAA would have to drastically expand to even be
And
able to
they're,
enforce this, right?
and they're not because it's not necessary. I mean, most of our stuff has always been like in golf. Everybody plays by the honor system, for the most part. And then when you get caught, you're going to suffer the consequences. Simple as that. It's going to be mostly the honor system. Just like registering your drones, $5, not a big deal, but how many folks are dead set against registering the drones?
Right.
It's just like I said, when you get caught, you're going to say, is it $5? Would it be worth it? Or do you want to pay the $1,500 fine? If you're out flying a drone that, and some incident happens, that's going to be one of those little small deals that's going to cost you, several hundred to over a couple $1,000s out of your pocket because you simply didn't want to register your drone. So like I said, this is all like I say anything else. It's when we used to do things, we would slap everything against the wall we could as far as crimes against a person, and then the district attorney goes through and see what he can actually prosecute.
Right.
And that's pretty much how it goes down. They'll nail you for whatever they can, and then they'll prosecute you on what they actually can prove, and go from there. So. Yeah, like I said, I think it's still going to be part of the honor system as far as people requiring them to remote ID, registering drones, all this kind of stuff. And like I say, if you want to be that poster child, so we all know one already. He's been on our shows, we've been in his chats and everything else, and And like I said, I know he'd been warned, because I know I've been on a show where he's been told, you should go ahead and get your 107. And he laughed it off and says, I ain't got time for that, and I'll do what I want. And then, you know, he's posting his stuff out there, and somebody brings it to the attention. And then he had to self-admit that, yeah, they came and paid him a visit.
All right.
You know, that's the way it is. You know?
Right. I think of who that you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sure you know, Ron. It's just,
Are you
it
being
just slipped-
serious, Ron?
It's just slipping your mind right now. It's about what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, he got
Oh,
busted. Yeah,
East Coast.
Hey, Jody.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
from your-
And-
Out in
and-
your neighborhood.
and the
Yeah.
city of brotherly love.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that a
I've
big enough?
actually,
Is that a big
What's up,
enough hit
Jody?
for you?
yeah, I've actually seen some of the letters.
Yeah,
He showed them to me.
yeah. So I mean, it is what it is.
And
No,
Curtis
and-
said, let's be honest, the 107 test has nothing to do with drones.
Yeah, and I agree with Curtis 100%, dude. There was stuff on that test. I'm like, why do I need to know what a taxiway markings are, or the stop area before leaving a whatever way to get to the main runway? I said, dude, this is stuff I will never encounter with a drone, and it's about 10 questions out of 60 question test. There are
Alright.
airport operations questions, at least 10 of them on that 60 question test.
And you know, David was telling me something yesterday that I guess the company that was doing the testing for the FAA, I guess they pulled out because the FAA was giving them like 60 some dollars per test, and now they're only gonna give them $22 or something.
No.
And so I guess they ended up pulling out of it.
Mm.
So they don't even have anybody, I guess, at the moment to do the testing or something, David was saying yesterday.
I don't know, but usually it's you can check around. I had to go all the way over to Pomona, California to do my testing. I was the only airport that had a school, a flight school that was giving the testing and stuff. I tried a couple other ones closer to me, the city of Redlands, which is about 10-15 minutes down the road. Nobody had never answered the phone and stuff. So I kept checking other places. So I had to go almost I'd say 45-minute drive from my house to Pomona, California, if that, maybe 30-minute drive, to go take the test. And it was all done on the computer. It's a computerized test. And they're done.
I think a lot of it though is all about accepting blame if something goes wrong, so that you can't say, I didn't know.
Yeah. And that's my big thing is that, I've always been a big advocate of education. I said, no matter what I would say extremes or levels we need to go to when somebody purchases a drone for someone else or for themselves, if they're a juvenile to adults, whatever, this, I'm always saying, let's get it at the transaction part.
Yeah.
That's where the education needs to be hit. So that person either needs to come back and show some kind of proof of class instruction or computerized testing that he did take the basic, like the trust test. Okay,
Yeah.
now we can sell you this drone without questions asked.
Yeah.
Okay, and that way you have the basic functions of drone knowledge to operate the drone. And
Know your
that's-
heights, your limits,
Right. And I tell people it's no different than, like I say, when you go through, no matter where you go in the world, every country on this planet has some regulations on who can drive. Okay, there's a standardized test for whatever country you're in that everybody has to take to operate a motor vehicle. So if I go to UK, there's this test in the UK I would have to pass to operate a motor vehicle in the UK. Even though my United States license is good and everything, they'll let me drive temporarily. But if I become long-term resident, or other words, I know in the United States, if you're here past, I think it's 90 days or whatever, you got to start transferring over your information. If I go to Michigan, usually within 90 days, I got to apply for a Michigan ID, driver's license, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. I know in California, you got to do that. If you're here over 90 days, you better start applying for all that kind of crap and stuff. You can't sit
See,
there and say, well,
over
I'll
here,
do
you'd
this.
have to pass your driving test in the stick car, I'd imagine.
Mhm. Yeah, so like I said, but basically all it's all about is just as long as you have the basic knowledge, you're driving another country, we know you can operate a motor vehicle. We know that
Yeah.
much, but you need to know what our rules are. That's what I'm saying. You just need to know what our rules are, because they might be slight difference and everything. So yeah, that's all I've always felt. Like education has got to be the key part of it more than anything else. But like I say, people are going to find any excuse they can to avoid or resist any other type of regulation.
Responsibility, yeah.
Responsibility. So I
Well,
said,
the greatest thing that they did was they allow you to renew your 107 online. You don't have to
Yeah.
go to a testing center.
yeah, I think that was awesome. I did my first renewal online and didn't have to pay a nickel for it or anything. And I came right after they did that. I know some guys that did it a month before had to pay the $150, $160 to do the renewal.
And you have to drive there.
Yeah, yeah. So I said, when they did it online, I was like, man, that was golden. I had to pay no money. It's almost almost pretty much like the trust test in a way where you have to work really hard to fail the test, because everything was right there online. And during the little review part,
Well,
and
it allows you to go back and change your answers.
well, that's how about the goal, Paul.
When you get done, it says you got this, and this wrong.
Yeah.
And they say, review it, and you go back and you change your answers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like you have to work at it to fail it, because it
To
allows
fail
you to
it,
go.
yeah.
It allows you to go back and review the parts that you messed up on and change your answer.
Right in the same session. They don't have to go out
Yeah.
and come back.
Right. So I'm
Right
like,
there.
right there on the spot.
That
So
was
I-
the link that David sent me. I just sent it to you and Dre in Messenger if you want to check it out.
Okay.
If I understood what he was telling me correctly last night, I think that's what it was about.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off. It's 11 o'clock here.
Okay, Rob, thanks for
All right.
coming in and holding down the
No
fort.
worries.
You're always
Okay, I'll catch up with you over the next week or two.
okay. Sounds
All right.
good.
I'll see you later.
Okay, see you all later.
Yeah, they really, because at first I had taken the 107
Mhm.
2 times. I had to drive twice to go over. The first time I passed, the second time I passed, and they're only good for what, 3 or 4 years?
Every 2 years you get a renewal.
2 years, okay.
Yeah.
So I had it. So then I called up the place where I took the test, Dre, and they said they don't do it anymore. And they said the closest place I could take the test was Florida.
What?
Yeah, and I'm in Michigan.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So then finally somebody says, "Oh no, you can do it online." So
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah, I said that's what I tell folks. It's so they're making it so easy for you to do this. It's almost a no-brainer now.
well, their underlying goal is to educate you, I think.
Yeah. And
It's
that's why
not to punish you, it's to
Right.
educate you.
yeah, and I think the same way even up there in Canada. I like Canada's system. I really do. I like the fact that you have to go out and show a instructor that you know how to fly.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of good test takers.
Yeah, the test you can do at home, but
Right.
for your advanced license, you have to go in front of an instructor. Yeah, to show them you can fly.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think if that was part of our system here in the United States, that would be a real game changer, and you really would have some people really thinking seriously about what they need to do to be out here flying drones. I think it just adds a little more seriousness and professionalism to it, that you got to go out there and fly in front of a evaluator.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mr. Hodges. Somebody mentioned yesterday you was out on the town.
Yeah, I see JDS is inquiring. Inquisitive minds, right?
Yeah, you can tell me. You
Yeah,
tell
it went
JD.
good. Yeah, it went good. She came here, ended up going up for supper, and then she left about 8 o'clock. So we were together for about 6 hours.
Mr. Hodges, you gotta tell JD nothing. You tell him stay out of grown folks' business.
One thing I did do today was I went on a visit my grandkids, but I had to talk with my boy because, you know, see what he thought about me, you know, dating again, you know, so but he was all for it. So
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
yeah, he said, why spend the rest of your life alone, right? So
Mhm.
but he was good. We had a good talk. So
That's good.
well, I didn't want to say anything before that in case nothing gonna happen, right? I just
Right.
kind of sit back waiting and
Mhm. Yeah.
So what Paul's saying is it went good for a first date and there's gonna be date number 2 coming soon.
yep, and I just don't know when that is. Probably the weekend or something. Yeah.
That was kind of funny yesterday, Paul, when you said, well, she left at 8 and it's like PM or AM. Everybody was wondering.
Always PM. She left before the action started.
Dallas heard us talking about your date, Paul. She wants to know what date.
Yeah, what date? Yeah.
The one you get in a supermarket.
Mhm.
Something you'll be doing in a few years. How's that, Dallas?
No,
Well, another
not-
about 20 years from now.
Her dad's already told her that she's to stay away from boys.
Oh,
Yep. Uncle Paul has friends who are snipers, so yeah, in case.
And will break their kneecaps.
Mhm.
They'll be crawling around on the ground.
no, no, Jay.
Mm.
Some of us have to be a gentleman, you know.
Mhm. That's something else. So Paul Murray, I got another camera that's gonna be coming in either Monday or Tuesday. It's the I think OSB bot PTLZ camera.
Oh,
I got that one coming in. So I'll probably have that hooked up probably about middle.
I
next
see you posted a little bit of a review on the Penguin.
Yeah, I did a little bit with that. Yeah. I like I said, I need to take it out, do some more testing with it, but I was just really disappointed in the software. The camera itself, it is what it is for that amount of money, but the software was so buggy. And like I said, I think I mentioned it in my clip that at one point it told me I didn't have an SD card in. And I'm like, you're recording and you're giving me an error that no SD card?
yeah.
I'm like, and they kept saying that it wasn't connecting right, and a little flash window said, "Do you want to wait or exit out of the app?" And I said, "No, if the app's not working correctly, that'll make people not want to
Answer
use
my
it."
question for me then, Dre.
Yes, sir.
I ordered it again. Should I cancel the order?
Oh, you did order it, Paul?
You know what, Paul? I would say it's a good starting camera kit if you want to buy a nicer one down the road. At least when you get the better one, you'll have an idea how to use it right away. The learning curve would be less. And that's why I got it for. I said, well, instead of me spending $400 or $500 on a camera that I might use once or twice a year, let me buy something a lot cheaper so I at least have an idea how to use it. Like I say, Ron goes out and does his adventure trips and everything else. And I know he's put some footage out there on one of the 360 cameras and stuff. And I said, okay, well, I don't do what Ron does. All right. So my thing is, I got to think, how's it going to work with what I do? Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to spend that type of money trying to figure it out. My thing is, there's like a lot of people who buy their first drone. Nobody wants to go out and spend $5,000 on a Mavic 3 Cine as the very first drone.
Yeah.
But when all of us here on this panel would tell them, won't you go buy a Mini for a couple $100, see if you really like it and learn how to fly a little bit before you spend $5,000 on one that you're going to possibly crash.
All right, guys, I'm out.
All right, okay, sorry, Justin.
Okay, Justin.
So I that's why I look, it's got to be a progression somewhere where I feel like, okay, let me see how this is gonna work out, and go from there.
Well, from what your review is now, I think I'm gonna cancel it.
Yeah.
Well, you never know, Paul. They might give you another offer and reduce it again.
If they sell it to you for under 40, I grab it anyway. Yeah, I say it wasn't the camera that I was disappointed. I was disappointed in the app, which is something that's very fixable. And they've done a lot of app work over the last year and a half, listening to some of the other reviews on YouTube, what it does. So that's all my disappointment. But another thing is I couldn't understand, which I have to read a little more up on it, on how you're able to stream live on Facebook and YouTube when you're supposed to connect to the camera via Wi-Fi from your phone. So if your phone has its regular, Wi-Fi or whatever this case be, and then you're connecting to this thing Wi-Fi, I said, well, okay, I'm a little lost here, and see what's going on, and how do you live stream unless you're using your own data off your phone? Because you can't have two Wi-Fi signals operate at the same time. Amazon building.
It says I can't cancel it. It's too late.
Oh, okay. Whose Amazon building was that?
It was on eBay.
Oh, that footage right there?
No, I think that was Paul Hodges that was sharing that.
Yeah, I'm playing today, but what I did is I went in and I shut off all the auto settings and tried just, but I wanted to sit there and play with it, but then my fingers started getting really cold, because it's cold and windy, right? A little bit.
Right.
I gave up, so okay. Too late to cancel. Yeah. Oh, what the hell, Paul? You have another toy to put on the desk.
Something to be able to put over with my other collections of things I never pick up. Yep.
Do a 360 camera of all the things you've got that you don't need.
Yeah.
Well, you got a pocket too.
Yeah, I got a pocket too over there with all the toys and stuff. And
and how much that pocket 2 run? Was it about $300 for a pocket 2?
400, I think it was.
400?
Because
Wow.
it comes with the extension stick and all the other stuff. And but I have it.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
I know. Okay, Mia. All right, Mia. Mia wants some more dessert, I think, is what she gets dinner about between 4:30 or so. Then about 6 o'clock, she says, well, I want another little sprinkle. Okay. She's got me trained pretty good, I'll tell you that.
Well, I think you spoil her. That's the whole thing. Yeah. So what's the temperature over there, David? Because dude, you ready to call it a night, man. You're over there all like
No, it's not too bad actually.
hunker down. I've seen you switching down the chair like this, and I'm like, oh, wait for my eyeballs to close, and that's it.
I'm just stressed and tired.
I hear you. Man.
Still recovering from a mild heart attack on Friday.
What?
Yeah, I had one during a seizure.
Oh wow! Were you at home or out somewhere?
At home.
Oh, okay.
I actually fell asleep during the seizure. Laura woke me up 4 hours later, thinking I was just asleep.
Man, is your seizures just random, or does something trigger? Oh wow!
But
that's why he's got full disability.
Mm-hmm.
But when the paramedics turned up, they said it was too late. It
probably
happened, so there's nothing they can do. Just got to watch out for another one.
Excuse me.
Okay, Ron. One more time. You got to get off the stream.
Yeah. I know. Third time.
I was gonna say, Steve, one more time. You got to go home.
Ron, have you seen the herd at all? Or
there's the one little one out there tonight. Like, where the hell are your friends?
Yeah.
There's a
probably
million
said-
footprints out there.
They probably said same thing about
Yeah,
you
where
when you were
you been?
gone. Where
Yeah,
you
Where
been?
you been?
where you been?
Yeah, they said, where you been? About where we been? We know there's some other grazing spots to go to also.
Yeah. I found out today, boss texted me and he said this hunt isn't gonna cost you anything. The way the hunting leases work with my boss is that he pays them an annual fee, okay? And then for each animal taken off of that rancher's property, he gets X amount of dollars, like so much for a deer, so much for an antelope, so much for a turkey. He has been finding so many dead deer chewed up on his property. He knows what the reason is. It's
Yes.
mountain.
I got big cats.
It's Dre, you know he's going cougar hunting, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I know they have mountain lions there are cougars. That's why I said big cats.
yeah.
Well,
and-
he hunts the cougars in the bar and shoots the mountain lions out on the range, you know?
Yeah. Not necessarily in that order.
I thought I was a little. I thought the cougars were the ones hunting in the bar.
Yeah, they're the hunters.
Yeah, they're the ones hunting in the bars. Captive
But,
audience, as they say.
Yeah, but this rancher apparently, you know, they know that like this particular guy, Roger, I know him, I've met him, super nice guy. But he knows getting deer off of his property is his, you know, big income. We probably took, oh, I bet you a good dozen to 15 deer off his property this year.
Mm,
And when you're getting $1,200 a deer, you know,
right.
so if there's something killing your cash crop,
Mhm.
it's time to get rid of it.
Wow.
So he's not charging anything, you know. Yeah. It's a little nerve wracking though. I've asked 3 or 4 people to go with me. Can't get anybody to go, but the chances of one of them coming after you, yeah, they're kind of slim. They avoid you, and there's probably 100 times that I've walked underneath them. They're up in a tree and I don't know it.
Right.
You know, there's been no snow on the ground.
Hmm.
I'll be able to spot them tomorrow
Hmm.
if I find tracks.
Right.
But I'm going to carry a sidearm with me. But I mean, I'll have my rifle, but I'll carry a sidearm in case I need to pull it quick.
Right.
But yeah, we've actually got some big cats here. We had a lady not far from the lodge. She lives about 2 miles from my boss, and she lets these 2 guys come from, I forget, they're from out of state somewhere. They come and hunt on our property every year. Well, last year they came, they saw a big buck and they shot it. And they're like, oh crap, this is way out. Let's go back to the house and see if we can borrow her 4-wheeler. So they go back to the house, they get her 4-wheeler, they come back to where they shot the deer's gone.
Ooh, drag marks.
Oh yeah, they looked up on the hill, they saw the deer going. It was being dragged.
Mm.
So they called her, and she got her. She had a second 4-wheeler. She goes, "I'll be right there because I've got a line tag." She
Mm.
comes up there,
Wow. Wow.
and they shot it. It was a 210-pound cat. That's a big kitten.
That's what I'm saying. That's no small fry. That's for
No,
sure.
no.
210 pounds. He's been eating good.
Might need a bigger cat flap for that one.
Well, the sad part of it is, Ron, I almost feel a little bit sorry for the cat. Here he was just sitting down to dinner
Yeah.
and somebody shot him.
Well, look at me hunting during the rut. They're just trying to get a little action.
Yep,
Mhm.
You know, they are just minding their own business, trying to get hooking up with mama.
trying to get some, yep.
Yeah, they don't pay attention to the guy on the other side of the field with a giant caliber rifle. You know?
Jay's in the chat. Hey,
Yeah.
TJ.
DJ,
Hey, TJ.
Hey, TJ. Laura.
little Lama Laura's here.
I don't know why you guys are talking to Laura. She called us all weird, apart from Dre.
Yeah.
That's because I don't.
Even
stick
made a
around too
point
long.
of saying apart from Dre. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Well, I say, David, that's because I'm not around as much as you guys, so I'm still an enigma to her.
Gray, how far are you from Steve Carpenter? He's Dana Point?
Steve's about 2 hours south of me,
Oh,
southwest
Oh.
near the coast.
I
Yeah,
haven't come out there. I've run into Steve and want to try and hook up with you and see.
not a problem. Like I say, I drove down there to meet up with Ray Kelly when he came out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. California, we have freeways to get everywhere.
Yeah.
The traffic's the only thing you got to fight.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Tell me
anytime
about
you want to come out.
Yeah.
I'll
Hey,
see
Ron.
about coming out next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Ron, you do a lot of photography. What's the big difference in video format between 264 and 265?
Your 265 is it's going to be more file size.
Yeah, like see, with 265 on the Autel, I can get 10-bit color, but on 264, I can only get 8-bit color.
Right.
Mhm.
That's the other thing. Yeah, you can do
Right.
a little more editing. I think I know on some of the DJI drones, the 265 allows you to go into like the Cinelike type formats, where you can do your own color grading and whatnot. Am I correct, Dre?
Yeah, that was the big thing with the Mavic 2 Pro, was to be able to do 10-bit D-Log, and it was 265 files, and allow you to do a lot more editing and so forth.
Yeah.
I generally, honestly, Paul, for what you do, I think 264 will be fine for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Movie quality stuff, yeah, then go up into the 265. Or
Yeah.
if you're into the Matt Northeast, anal retentive. I got my colors got to be perfect. Then you want to go up into 265.
Yeah.
Yeah, and over the last 3 years, I've done commercial work. I've had to use 10-bit 265 files once.
Yeah.
And stuff, and mainly is because people who have the Inspire 2 would get that work more frequently than somebody with a Mavic 2 Pro or anything else that's been out.
You know what, Gary? I just got it last night, and I've been playing with it. I just got the Osmo Action 3. It
Mhm.
shoots a 10-bit color.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, this thing, and it's, I've had the original Osmo Action.
hmm
And I'll tell you, from a user-friendly standpoint, oh my God, it's awesome. I've only had it less than 24 hours. I absolutely love it so far.
That's great.
Shoots in 4K 120.
See, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right there. That's the tipping point right there nowadays. 4K 120.
Oh.
A big leap in geometry, not just 4K 60, but 120. That's just
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
Hold on, I gotta go flip my burgers.
Uh-oh. So, yeah.
Well, I tell you, it's dark out there like a proctologist's nightmare.
Yeah.
There isn't a light in the sky, or
Well, that means if it's overcast like our cloudy, that means it's a little warmer then.
yeah, it's 30 degrees here.
Yeah, like I say, that's always weird when you think the clouds, when you have cloud cover, it actually holds the heat down.
Yeah.
I mean, holds the heat closer to the ground, I should say. And that's always you would think it'd be colder or something, but they said no, when you have clear skies, it allows the earth to release the heat into the stratosphere. Yeah.
According to our weather experts, apparently off the coast of America, is it the Pacific?
Yes. Another storm coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, the far side. Apparently, because it's so cold, the sea temperature is so cold on that side, it's having a knock-on effect in the northern hemisphere. So we're getting a warmer winter, where you guys are getting a massive beating of storms.
Yeah, most of our storms traditionally come out of the Gulf of Alaska and work their way out so far. It comes out to sea, and then the jet stream picks it up and pushes it in towards the coast.
Yeah.
Marshall's in Arizona. He says it's only 74 degrees there right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when you need that. Good for you.
Good for you.
Yeah. Like I say, call him lucky now.
Yeah.
Come see Marshall in about 6 months and he'd be saying it's 116 out here.
Yeah, Marshall's, isn't he moving?
Well, he's been talking about it, yes.
Coming back up to Utah. I
Go
want
back.
to meet up with him. I really want to spend some time and go down in southern Utah in those red deserts down there.
Mhm.
Do some flying. That's absolutely gorgeous down there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, Ryan, you haven't gone out and spent some time with Dre.
I do want to go out and
Yeah.
go out and see him and Steve and
Yeah. I was listening last night. Now, I didn't catch everything Vic was saying about the national parks other than the regular, if you're outside the national park, you can fly over
right.
them and stuff. But did he say he got a waiver or permit to fly within a national park recently?
Yeah, he was flying a Skydio.
Okay.
Apparently, if I understood and heard correctly, that apparently that was the only drone for whatever reason they allowed him to fly. I don't know what their reasoning was behind it.
Mhm.
Maybe because of the autonomy of that particular drone. I don't know.
Mhm.
But it was interesting. But you know, Dre, I've always been very skeptical of it. Like I would, if you would be out here and you can actually drive, when you drive in front of Devil's Tower,
Okay.
when you're sitting on the highway, you're actually outside the park.
Mhm.
You don't actually hit the park property till about 500 yards off the highway when you start to enter into the like the ticket booth or whatever.
Right.
And so many times I wanted to just launch from the highway and fly in there. And I know, according to what I read and understand and hear from everybody, that it is legal. But the question I had for Vic last night is, you know,
What? You want to go outside?
feel
Go.
the park rangers, do you really feel that all of them are educated and to know the actual, I mean, all of a sudden they're out there patrolling, oh shit, there's a drone, you know, and they're automatically, you know, on the hunt now.
Right. And that's always the tricky part is that that's why they're saying you got to be outside the park. Like my M32 would be a perfect drone to take the locations like that. One, the zoom capabilities of it. So I may never have to enter the park per se to
Right.
get a great shot of things in the park because of the zoom capabilities of that drone. So they might see it hovering close to that borderline, or you say ticket booth or whatever, and I
Right.
might be just hovering right there, and I can shoot a mile into the park of whatever I'm looking at, and so to speak, and no problem. Like you said, you get some. You always going to get just like law enforcement. You're going to get somebody who's eager beaver, and you know, and want to go out there and prove a point and overstep his boundaries and cause a big brouhaha. That's going to end up costing the department more than anything else.
Now, the M30, that has what, a 45-minute flight time?
41, I would say in reality, by the time you launch it, get and you're, I always tell you, you got to take away time of your launch and take away time of your return. So I say in reality, you got a solid 34, 35 minutes of actual flight. I always tell people that people don't realize that when they go out. I say, well, it's supposed to be 40 something minutes. No, you gotta realize when your drone takes off, it uses up anywhere between 7 to 8% of the battery just launching, because it launches at full speed. There's no like, okay, I'm gonna launch at half speed, whatever, conserve the battery. No, it launches full speed to get at whatever altitude you want to get to. And the same thing when it returns home. If you tell it to return home, or unless you fly it home, if you hit the return home button, it flies back at what? Almost close to max speed. So that's going to take you another 8-10% of the battery.
Yeah.
That's why I tell folks you have to calculate that in your flight plan. You launch, how much it drains the battery on launch, and how much time it's going to take for that drone to return. That's why people realize when they're out there, a drone may return back to his, home point at different points, because that drone is calculating how much battery life it takes to get home and stuff. And that's one thing I learned doing mapping stuff, where I said, oh, the first battery went this far, boom, 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 boom. Second battery, also the drone was come back home because, oh, now I'm facing a different direction. I'm flying away from the home point, and drone says, hey, buddy, I need to get back the other way. So we're not going to finish this round here and then try to get back. Because believe me, I've had a couple of times where I forced it, and that thing's on the way back, and then starting to come down, down, trying to make it back to where I'm standing. And I've had to walk on construction sites and go retrieve my drone a few times, trying to push some batteries.
Here you go, here, Dre. Here's
Oh yeah.
just to show you, like, here.
Mhm.
This is like right here at the ticket booth, and the highway is only back about 200 yards.
Right.
You could probably damn near fly right up
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. I know sometimes, depending on the size of the object is, it looks closer than what it actually is. But yeah, something like that, and you have a drone with zoom capabilities like the Mavic 3 and the M30 series. Yeah, that would be a piece of cake to shoot nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Not a problem. Where you may not have to even enter the park unless you're trying to do an orbit around that whole thing.
Yeah.
Something like that, which I think would be awesome, to do an orbit by something that large. It'd take you probably a good 15-20 minutes just to orbit that thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the size. I'm looking at the size of that. I'm like, it's probably actually bigger than what I think it is.
Oh, I'll tell you what, when you actually walk, they actually have a trail. It takes about an hour to walk around the trail all the way around. And I actually have a little video on my my thing, and it's pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah. Now see, something like that. That's why I always tell people about, using, like, you got the Action Cam and the Osmo 2 and stuff. I said, this is where you use both type of your camera systems. You get a shot outside the park with a drone, whatever, fly in or fly as close you need to, and then you go into the park and you go on that trail and get close-up shots with your other camera, and then you put it all together and mesh, and you got a complete video right there.
Filipina, you take care. Filipina's saying goodbye. She's got to go now.
Filipina.
Here it is.
We'll see you again next time, my dear.
Yep. See you, Filipina.
Here it is. Here, Paul, and I'll leave the music off if that's okay, Paul.
It's up to you.
It's actually YouTube or
Epidemic.
yeah, it's not share, just to show you.
Oh, how far away are you from there in that shot?
Here I'm actually driving down the highway.
Yeah.
Whoop, shit, you know what I forgot to do? Damn it.
You need to click the buttons.
One of these days I'm gonna remember to flick that button. I need to go back to
You need to turn it off.
shit.
Stop the
screwed up.
screen share.
Got the screen share.
All right.
Up at the very top, Ron.
Yeah, somehow I minimized Zoom. There we go. How did show thumbnail? Show actors. Oh crap! I really screwed up.
It's a little arrow, top right-hand corner, if you minimize zoom.
Top it right.
No, what?
The little picture, top right. So if you can see me talking now, it's where the cockatiel is, right?
Here we go. All right, now let's share screen.
I stopped
again.
it sharing.
Okay, share screen. Optimize.
Two
Share.
box. Yep.
Okay. Nope, I don't want to do that. I don't
Yeah,
want-
down at the bottom, you got a little box in the window.
Okay, I hit the thing. Can you see the screen?
That's it. There you go.
There you go.
Here we go here. But this just walking around will show you how big I had my one of my 360 cameras. This is in the wintertime. I went for a hike around the park.
That's quite the hill or mountain.
Yeah.
Or do people scale that?
Yeah. Oh, people climb it all the time.
Yeah,
It's
see,
huge though.
that's what I was saying, Ron, how awesome that would be if you have both an aerial shot of that and like what you're doing right now, ground shots of it,
Yeah.
and you just piece it all together.
It's a really neat walk. It's not a difficult hike either. Takes you about an hour or so. Yeah, I think it wasn't the Rilo 360 is what you remember that when it first came out?
Yeah.
Yeah. There I'm on the back side there.
Now, is
Great.
there any animals around there?
Oh yeah, a lot of deer. A lot of stop share. There's lion in there. A lot of deer. My God, there's 10 zillion prairie dogs, coyotes. Deer outside my window. I better shut the blinds. I get this fear of every time they walk by my office window. I'm like, I don't want them peeking in here. They look at the wall. It's like, dude,
Hey, there he is. He's in here.
Uncle Fred. I gotta go out.
Hey!
They all of a sudden you hear knock, knock, get in the door. There's hook print hitting the door. Hey, food.
That's funny.
Bring out that corn.
Yeah, they're hunting him.
Yeah. All right, folks, I'm gonna dip off here and have a little dinner with my family. And
Okay, Dre, you have a good one, and thanks for popping in.
Oh, anytime. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Take care.
You're always welcome, Dre. You're always welcome.
Get your turn light on. Yeah.
Well, how many people? We got 20 people watching.
Hey, you're doing good tonight. All right. Yeah.
Well, that's because they all came to see Dre.
Yeah. No, that was pretty good on Adrian's channel last night with Vic Moss on there explaining a lot of stuff. And even that the remote ID. Vic said, we need the remote ID, but the Karens don't need to know where we are. There's a problem, call the cops, let the cops come and do it,
Yep.
But, yeah.
Well, he's 2 hours different, so it'd be he's 3 hours difference from me, so it's 6:30 here, so it would be 3:30 there. Yep. So he's probably going to have dinner at 4:30 or 5. And
Well, he's sitting down with the family, got to cook it probably and everything else, right?
yeah, and it gets so dark so early. It's not like back in the summertime, people, if they have a group get together, they'll have dinner like at 7, 8, 8:30 at night because it's still light out and everything going on. But hell, at 5 o'clock, it's like getting dark.
Yeah. No, Vader wants to play.
Vader does?
Yeah. Brought me a toy. I said, I got your bear. I got your bear. Yeah. Why? Why? What? Can I get the bear? No? Oh, you got the other toy. Yeah. Give me here, you little cat. I can't grab him. He'd stay in reach. He wants me to chase him. Give me that.
As you can see, I've been practicing with the overlays.
Here he comes back. No. What time is it? 6:30. Actually, I should go to Wayne's for coffee.
Yeah, you got it. It'd be good for you to circulate and,
Yeah, he's probably wondering how I made out too, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So on your next date, Paul, if you could just take her to somewhere with a webcam,
Yeah. Yeah.
it'll save you all the questions the day after.
Well, everybody thought about texting you last night, but they were kind.
So the same time as Marshall is, and Kurt said, yeah, it's 3:30. I just texted Wayne to see if he's up to anything tonight. No, Grace. No, brother. Oh, supper's ready.
Supper's ready.
What's that, Buffalo Burgers?
You betcha. I haven't had regular hamburger in months. Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Why? When you get all the meat?
Yeah.
He kept it, JD. Wouldn't let him cancel it.
Hmm.
JD's just asking Paul about an account 360 camera.
Yeah, it's coming. It won't let me cancel it.
You bought a 360, Paul?
Yeah,
Penguin.
the penguin.
What'd you buy?
The penguin.
The what?
The Penguin.
Penguin.
Made by Rise.
Right.
It's only
Penguin.
$49.
Oh, never heard of it.
You haven't heard of it?
No.
Oh man, it's
What?
they promote it as the next best thing to sliced bread, but
Yeah, and Dre's got one now, and
Dre's got one.
yeah, yeah.
Penguin, $49. Wow.
Here, I'll show it to you.
Well, there's no stabilization or nothing on it, Ron.
Yeah. What were you going to use it for, Paul?
No.
Don't know.
He don't make a good ornament.
Looked good at the time.
There it is, Ron.
Yeah, it's a video and photo panoramic. Yeah, Android compatible. It comes with a little tripod and all that stuff with
Yeah,
it.
it comes with a tripod and
I bought the I think it's made by Gorilla. That tripod up behind me about 2 weeks ago. Got it at Best Buy.
Yeah, cool.
Wouldn't
Wouldn't you?
around tree branches and
Yeah.
it's the legs are feel really, really firm. You can hold a phone or you can snap an action camera on there, whatever you want to do.
Didn't you just order a camera? Has it come in yet, or?
Yeah, it came in last night.
Hmm.
The Osmo Action 3.
Oh, okay.
I absolutely love it so far. I was just playing around with it outside today, and oh my god, the picture quality is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the user interface, unbelievable. So much different from the original one. I gotta admit, when they say DJI listen to the customer, say, hey, there's our bitches and complaints, fix this, do that, they did it. The original one, you had to slide all these screens and everything to go through the different settings. Now everything's right on the original screen. You just touch something It's really, really user friendly.
Was that the Osmo 3?
Mm-hmm.
Was,
The
I don't know,
Action
Paul.
3.
If Zoom one day upgrades and allows 360 webcams, yeah, that camera will come in handy. You can have a 360 webcam so we can see wherever you walk.
okay, Osmo. Oh, okay, hang on.
Well, Dre just did a short review, just a quick review of the of that camera, the Rise. And he just posted it like 2 or 3 or 4 hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to take off, Paul. I'm going to go for coffee. He just got back to me.
Did he? Okay.
We'll go have coffee or Wayne. I haven't seen him for a few days, so.
Yeah, that's good.
How's your brother doing, Paul Hodges?
Oh, he's doing not bad now. He just bought a, what the hell was it? Like a little truck van that Nissan makes, that SV 2000 or 200 or something. Yeah.
Right. Does he keep busy with the art?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's a hell of an artist, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, we might as well shut her down, I guess.
yeah, but so anyway, no, he's doing quite well there. He was in Toronto yesterday, and a couple of days before that, he had to go down to Detroit. He had to go down and pick up a friend, another couple that were flying back from Utah to here. So because they're friends of theirs, right? So,
Right.
but
Yeah, I called the Canadian border yesterday
oh yeah,
and talked with them. They were really nice, very helpful.
About taking your guns across?
Well, taking my friend, I can't remember if I told you, Don's no longer going to Alaska with me. My boss suggested to me, he goes, Ron, why don't you take him on the bear hunt instead? It's a lot more controlled. He'll be in a cabin with electricity. You won't be in a super remote area. You can drive right there. You don't have to worry about flying. So he's not going to get to see coastal grizzly bear, but he's going to be able to hunt. And it's beautiful scenery down there. I'm sure Paul can attest to down there in Manitoba. Matter of fact, when he comes back, I want to ask him.
So when is the bear hunt scheduled?
That's May 26th.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I could just hear it in his voice, the disappointment is when I told him that I talked to the air service from Homer, said that they couldn't transport the oxygen bottles for legal reasons. Paul Hodges, have you ever been down to Manitoba?
well, I've been through Manitoba. Yeah, I do have transport, so I drove pretty well every province there was. So
Pretty area down there. I've never been there. So will be my first time.
There's was that valley that runs up through east of Winnipeg, but if you want to get into a little more wild, you go up to it's not Brandon, Thompson, Manitoba. You get into where the rivers freeze, bears, moose, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Thompson, Manitoba.
I'm not sure where it's at in Manitoba, but
It's right up north.
about a 6-hour drive from Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be. Oh shit! From Winnipeg, it's got to be 5 or 6 hours just to Winnipeg. But see, in the wintertime, the river, they have a ferry that goes back and forth to get into Thompson. But in the wintertime, it's a winter road. The river, it freezes.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever seen ice road truckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go up through there a lot.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'll be going in the spring. Hopefully there'll be no ice.
Yeah, depend what part are you going to?
Hold on.
Because Portage La Prairie's kind of got these. It's like a valley that runs all through there. I think they call it Napa Valley or Appel Valley or something runs all through there. Kind of pretty through there.
It doesn't say. I'll have to send you the link.
Yeah. Manitoba is a pretty big province, so.
Yeah. But,
Okay, guys, I'm gonna run. So.
Okay, Paul, we're gonna call it anyway, so.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys.
Everybody, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again. Paul's driving bus again tomorrow.
That kid got this for me for Christmas.
Oh,
Got a
that's nice.
kitty on it, zippered, kind of nice, you know. It's yeah. But
maybe I'll try and join you from the woods tomorrow.
Okay.
there you go. Okay, cool.
Matter of fact, Paul, you were on one time, and I was in. Remember, I don't know if you remember. I was in the 4-wheeler, and I was in that exact hillside.
Oh, you were there. Okay.
Yeah, and I lived with you. I was kind of showing you guys around. That's
Yeah.
where I'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Okay, and
okay, let you go.
hey guys.
As your ladies.
See y'all. Bye bye.